In August 1990, the college town of Gainesville, Florida, was plunged into a nightmare that would forever change the psyche of American students. Over the course of 4 days, 5 college students were brutally murdered in their off-campus apartments. The crimes were committed with terrifying precision. The victims were found staged in grotesque poses, and in several instances, the killer had decapitated them. The brutality and the ritualistic nature of the murders triggered a mass exodus of terrified students, leaving the campus essentially a ghost town. The perpetrator was Danny Rowling, a drifter with a long history of violence and criminal activity. His path of destruction was not limited to Gainesville. It was later discovered that he had committed a triple homicide in Shreveport, Louisiana, the year prior. Rowling's crimes were characterized by a chilling desire for infamy. He targeted his victims not because he knew them, but because they were accessible, turning his murderous spree into a performance of terror that captivated the nation's media. Rowling was eventually captured after a series of petty thefts, but it took time for detectives to link him to the grisly murders. Once convicted, his confession revealed a man who took pride in his atrocities, viewing his own life as a dark script he was writing for the public. The sheer, unadulterated horror of his actions, the home invasions, the mutilations, and the calculated staging of bodies, created a cultural trauma so profound that it became a primary inspiration for Kevin Williamson, the screenwriter of the 1996 slasher film Scream. The film captured the specific, pervasive fear that defined the Gainesville experience, the feeling that behind any closed door, a predator could be waiting. While the movie turned that terror into a meta-horror franchise, the reality of Rowling's spree was far less cinematic and far more devastating. He was sentenced to death and executed in 2006, but the shadow he cast over Gainesville still lingers. The students who survived the terror of that August have spent decades trying to reconcile the fact that a real-life monster walked among them, turning their collegiate life into a scene from a nightmare. Some cases get solved, some just get colder.